Hello, beautiful people. It's Karen. I hope you are having a sublime day. In the two previous videos, you had Cornish hens with sumac and shallots. You had a side dish of carrot citrus salad. And now after that, I'm sure you want a dessert. But you don't want to spend a whole lot of time because, again, you've just had a huge meal. So I've got the perfect dessert. And it is fabulous, but only 3 ingredients. We're going to do baked plums with a walnut crunch and a red plum sauce. So let's go take a look at the ingredients that we need to make this. The ingredients that you need for this baked plum dish are, of course, plums. You need some cinnamon sugar. You can get store-bought or you can make your own. I give you the recipe for making your own if you like to do that. And you need some walnuts. And those are the only ingredients you need to make this amazing dessert. 1/2 cup sugar, 1 tablespoon cinnamon. These baked plums with the walnut crunch and the red plum sauce is a fairly quick preparation. So you want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees prior to starting this because it's not going to take very long to do this. The first thing we're going to do is to cut the plums in half and remove the pits. So the next thing we're going to do is make a walnut paste. We're going to take about 1 ounce of walnuts. We're going to pop them in the food processor. We're going to process them until they are finely ground, and then we're going to toss in some of our cinnamon sugar. About 1 ounce of walnuts. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of our cinnamon sugar to this mixture. Now that you've got your ground walnuts and sugar, you're going to add about 1 tablespoon of water to this to make a paste. I have 3 plums that I have cut and removed pits from. However, I am only going to put my paste into 2 of the plums, although I'm going to bake all 3 of them. Now, as I said, you're going to bake an additional plum that you have not filled with your walnut paste because you're going to use the flesh of that baked plum to make a plum sauce once the plums come out of the oven. Once your plums are filled, you want to pop them in the oven at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. After that, you want to pop them under the broiler for a couple of seconds so that your mixture gets nice and brown. When you take your plums out of the broiler, you want to move them to a platter with a spatula and let them cool for a bit. So the last thing we're going to do is to make a red plum sauce. You're going to grab the plum that you baked but didn't fill, and we're going to put that in the food processor. We're going to add a little bit of water, a little bit of our cinnamon sugar, and we're going to process that until it is very smooth. We have our plums in here. I'm going to add about 1/2 of a tablespoon of our cinnamon sugar. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Then I'm going to process this. The red plum sauce. Now, when you get ready to serve this fabulous dessert, you're going to put a bit of your red plum sauce in the center of a dessert plate, and then you're going to take 1 whole plum, so that's going to be 2 halves. You're going to put it in on top of the red plum sauce, and then you're going to sprinkle it with a little bit of your cinnamon sugar, and that's going to be your dessert. As you can see, we have 1 whole plum in the center. We have a little bit of cinnamon sugar that it's been sprinkled with after the fact, and we are ready to eat. Hello, beautiful people. I hope you enjoyed the recipe for baked plums with a walnut crunch and a red plum sauce. If you did, hit the subscribe button and you will never miss another one of my videos. Until we meet again, think sublime thoughts.